how to choose a good hosting company.
Now, when you're choosing a hosting company, it really depends on where your target audience are located. If your main audience are going to be in America, for example, and that's where most of your visitors are going to come from, well, then you want to try and pick a hosting company that's in America, simply because the servers will be operating on the same timeline as they are, so they're not going to be rebooting while they're in the middle of trying to look at the website. Also, Google will associate the where the website is hosted with the main audience that they will show it to. So if you're on an American hosting website, then they'll show it mainly to the American audience. You may also get over here if it's relevant to the UK market and if it mentions UK market, but they're more likely to get it into the American market. On the other hand, now years ago, we used to recommend that people would use American hosting quite simply because it was so much cheaper, and there were things that you could do to make sure that you also got included in the UK search engines. But really that doesn't play with the economic situation as it is at the moment and the strength of the pound against the dollar. It doesn't make that much of a difference, really, to be honest, these days. So you're much better off getting a good UK hosting company to host the website for you, especially if your target audience are a UK audience. Google's then more likely to find it. You're more likely to come up in the UK only searches, that sort of thing. Also, when you need to get hold of them, you're not going to have to worry about waiting until, is it 3:30? Are they awake yet? Can I get them on the telephone? If you're using a UK company and you're in the UK, well then they're going to be awake when you are, and they're going to be ready to answer the phone. Now that's actually an important point as well to take into consideration. When you're choosing who are you going to host with, you really want to be thinking, are they so big that they're not going to care about me? Or are they so small that I'm never going to be able to actually get hold of them? The good tip is to try ringing them not on their sales line, because everyone's going to answer their sales line, but try ringing their technical support line before you actually host with them. If they answer the phone nice and quickly and they seem friendly and ready to actually help you, that's a pretty good indication that they're going to be available when you need them. Another factor that you want to take into consideration, of course, is what kind of hosting do they offer, as well as, of course, how expensive they are. But what kind of hosting? Now, if your website is just an HTML website, then you can get away with pretty much any kind of hosting. But if you've got a specific programming language, if your website, for example, was mainly written in ASP, well, then you're going to need a Windows hosting platform. Windows hosting accounts can be sometimes expensive, but the price is coming down a little bit these days. If, on the other hand, you are using mainly PHP, well, then you're probably better off going with a Linux-based platform. So those are just a few tips for you on how to choose a good hosting company. If you need any more advice, or you feel a little bit stuck, or you don't understand something, then do feel free to give us a call, and we'll do our best to help you to find the answer you're looking for.